migrating once more? Most likely not, but I think he's off to a good start, and I agree with you. I'm curious, though, for G2, because what are their T-side going to look like? I don't worry on the CT side. I think they have all they need in terms of playmakers in Nico, in m0NESY, the stable players in Nexa and Hunter. They're going to be able to shut down certain areas of the map, but when they come to the T-side, it takes a long time, and you know that from playing yourself as well. To get a rock-solid T-side and overpass, that can be incredible tough, so that's where I would worry if I'm G2.
Well, Jacob has questions, and Nico has answers.
Now, veto-wise, we've got to discuss this because this gets interesting. Last time around, you left overpass open. They picked Anubis. This time, they've gone for the overpass, and it's not a map we often see you play. You played it once online. So how much time have you been putting into this map? How ready are you?
Yeah, I mean, we have been constantly practicing it for the past, like 2 months, like before the Blast World Final and now before the group stage as well. So we have put a lot of time into it, and obviously, it's hard to feel ready when you just play practice. Every time you play official, it's always a bit different. People don't do the same rotations. They don't make the same moves. So we'll see how it works out. I think we are ready, but obviously we lack experience on the map in official games, especially on LAN, since this is our first one. So yeah, we expect them to go with Anubis regardless, because I think Blade is always picking the map, the same map throughout the whole event. So I'm not sure if they got us surprised. I need to talk to the coaching staff and the Erasmus, but I'm pretty sure that we are ready as a team at least, and that we'll do things that we have practiced.
Is that a little bit of doubt that I'm sort of feeling under the surface when it comes to Nico? I mean, he's got a good poker game, and he knows how to answer interviews, but he was just like, I don't know if we're surprised. Are we surprised? Maybe I should just talk to my captain. What did you make of that interview quickly?
I think the context of the situation is important to understand. We're not in elimination game. We're not in a game where you're waiting or qualifying for the spring finals. So for them to test that overpass now, heading into Katowice, heading into the RMRs, heading into the majors, now is the time if you ever want to test it. So I think it's a wise move for G2. And as you said, they've been practicing it for 2 months. We spoke about that yesterday, Matthew, as well. One thing is how practice results are unfolding, how you feel in practice, but you gotta test it in an environment where it's very competitive, which it will be against a team like NAVI. So I'm all for it for G2, but I think he is, I wouldn't say surprised, but, you know, probably excited to play it.
And I'm excited to watch it. You talk about competition, I want to talk about predictions. Of course, yesterday was a relatively decent day for us. I would say, what is it, 3 out of 4 that we actually hit it. It feels like people haven't ganged up on us quite yet, Jacob, because we have a history of being targeted, hunted, some would say, by our colleagues. It hasn't happened quite yet.
No, I think it's going to happen one time or later, right? We are the biggest brains within this bracket. There's no doubt about it.
All right,
those fools on the screen don't know what the hell they're talking about. So at some point, they will gang us. But for now, we're good.
For now, we are good. The set has been set, or the scene rather has been set. We're going to take a 3-minute break, and when we come back, it is time to dive into Counter-Strike with Game 1. We'll be right there in 3 minutes.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's day 2 here at Spring Groups 2024. Can you feel the energy, the electricity in the room, Anders? We've got a banger of a matchup. G2 taking on NAVI, the quarterfinal at the World Finals in Abu Dhabi, which was a hell of a game. One of the best clutches of the year from m0NESY in that matchup. I'm expecting more of the same, considering his amazing form against NIP yesterday.
He has been looking so incredibly good. They're a really, really scary team right now. NAVI made it across the finish line in the game yesterday.
They limped across the finish line.
It was sketchy, wasn't it? It really was. Now, the odds look like they're going to be favoring G2 at the moment, so that makes sense to me. I can understand why. Although I feel like it also was just a tremendously slow start from NAVI. I want to see them hot off their heels today. At the end of that best of 3 yesterday, Bit was playing better. Like, he has to start at that same level, and m0NESY obviously just has to keep going what he's doing. More of that.
Wonderful versus m0NESY. It's quite a tantalizing prospect, if you ask me, Anders. I think this is going to be one of those series we will go on to remember for a while. It's got so much talent on the server right now. Some history between these two teams. Taz trying to raise morale behind G2, and Blade trying to keep it together for NAVI. They were winning yesterday. Sure, it was a 2-0, but it was dicey as you like. And interesting to note, we are kicking things off an overpass. A map G2 has never played on LAN, Anders. They don't play it at all. Hunter, I don't think, even has a registered game on this particular one. So, yeah, maybe it's going to be an interesting affair. Nico said they've been practicing it a lot. And speaking of which, the big man himself challenging towards middle, spots a couple, and will fall back towards the bathrooms.
Yeah, just imagine overpass. That is definitely something I wasn't expecting coming into work today, but I'm quite excited for it. It'll be cool to see if G2 can add to their map pool and expand a little bit in that direction.
Bear in mind, it was NAVI that played this yesterday against Complexity. They went down 0-5 to kick things off. They barely got the game over the line in overtime, and it felt like Complexity gave it up rather than NAVI winning. But here's NAVI winning the pistol by the looks of things, as Bit will be finding a couple of kills. Imma absolutely eviscerates Nico with the P250. We got a 5-on-2.
Yeah, what a great read from Bit. Not just getting the first kill, that's fine, but he immediately knew someone was going to open the door. He knew the setup from, I think, the first kill that he got, so just a fantastic read. Make it a 5-on-1.
Yeah, you don't see many of these. Doesn't get much cleaner than this. Hooksy Mama, what have you got for us? The P2000 up and towards heaven. Gonna have to say a prayer he's gonna have any chance in this particular situation, and will be going down in the end. Clean sweep for NAVI. All 5 players survived. Didn't really have to run much tactical prowess there, Anders. Just send Bit towards the connector, get himself a double kill. Great response in the second. Hunter didn't see it coming, and his P250 shot glorious towards Nico in the bathrooms there, and just piece by piece torn limb from limb, and will be NAVI with a very convincing pistol. No bomb plant even required. We're seeing a lot of teams force buy in the second round as CS2 evolves on the CT side, Anders. So more of that coming through. Desert Eagles, an MP9 for Nexa, and in towards connector we go with 2 CT players on the defense.
Yeah, force buy in spite of that, they got no kills whatsoever, right? So they're not getting the extra for Master or anything like that. It's just the MP9 and the deal coming out. Nico, always good for that. Now, it looks like they are trying the jumping MP9. I'm seeing it. I'm shaming them for it. No, they didn't find anyone back there, but, you know, I'm writing down on my little book in the back of my mind, Henry, you know. They're that kind of team.
Yeah, they
jumping
MP9
kind.
Let's have a look as to whether G2 can make further dents here in the NAVI machine. 4-4 for now. Still plenty of time at the 1-minute-5 mark. We still have the majority of the utility available for NAVI as well. 3 smokes as we see Wonderful try and make his way through, but he's got a nasty surprise on the other side here. Checks it. It's a lazy clear though, Anders. Has a look, but doesn't really commit. Thankfully, they will trade it out, and now very important kills coming in towards short. Imma to find a double. Man advantage here for NAVI. CT's with a fighting chance still.
Yeah, look at how low they are. JL would do great to get this one. Yeah, that's going to make a huge difference now. They're still all very low on health. There was a chance even for the grenade to have done something, but m0NESY far back with the deagle. 30 seconds. The bomb is coming his way. There's no way that they're not going to the B bomb site right now. There's the first one. Headshot not even required, but it's going to get the job done. 20 seconds. If they want to change their minds, they have to go right now. I don't know why they're walking. This is mental. No, they can't get to the A bomb site. Have they lost their minds?
No.
They're coming back now. They've looked at the clock. They finally realized m0NESY. There we go. Shot with one. On for the second. There we go. Oh my God.
Unbelievable scenes here. m0NESY is gifted an opportunity at the 3 versus 1. You're dead on, Anders. They're walking towards a connector with 15 seconds remaining. I was like, maybe he's on some other level. He's calculated to perfection, but they realize they've got to scramble back in towards the B side. m0NESY ready and waiting. Nothing but headshots, ladies and gentlemen. That is sublime Counter-Strike. As they tie things up 1-1. It's NAVI giving it all up, and they're going to have to force buy in response themselves here. Tech9's Desert Eagles. That is unbelievable. Let's go over to the straight-up B rush here, Anders. We're getting straight back into the action.
Yeah, not slowing this one down. Nexa trying to hide in the corner, but actually great read. Before he got flashed, Alexi saw that wonderful with the kill. The Tech9's powering through into the bomb site. He goes down, but other than that, they should be having a bomb plant here. Alexi's picked up the bomb now. And Nico, nice use of the grenade, trying to see if he can see anything on the other side, but the Tech9s, they can't be stopped, Henry. 4 kills so far with him, and the bomb, it's planted now.
Yeah, what is this, 2015? Tech9 rushes in the B bomb site, just kill absolutely everyone. We'll take it, considering what happened in the previous round. That's a great return to form. The war of attrition officially begins now. We'll see if m0NESY can hold on to his M4A1S if possible, but yeah, straight up B rush, simple execution behind it, and it will be NAVI with the run and gun potential of that Tech9, finding both kills on entry, courtesy of Mr. Wonderful. And now JL sniffing out m0NESY in towards the bathrooms here. It's a foul smell.
He's just dodging it without knowing.
Very well.
There we go.
So, there it is.
2015. Do you think Olofmeister's hands are tingling a little bit when someone's getting Tech9 kills?
That's all we used to have to commentate. Back in the day, we'd say, right, well, they've got Tech9s and smokes on Mirage. They're going to do an A execution and kill everyone. Like, that was just the way the game was played back then. Haven't seen one of these sort of rounds be so effective in years. That's excellent. Yeah, nice indeed, says Alexi B. 2-1, like I said, there's going to be forced buy wars here, especially with the saved M4. m0NESY will have to deliver once again if they're going to stand a chance here. Huge advantage for NAVI, of course, operating, though, with a couple of FAMASs and then an MP9 in the hands of Bits, Molotov, and fast pace once again here from NAVI, trying to challenge m0NESY, who's waiting in towards that connector.
Yeah, he's super ready for this one, but the instant headshot, the MP9 is chewing them up. Bit absolutely making minced meat of them. I don't think any of them had any head armor. The last 3 certainly don't, so just getting rid of them so quickly. They hardly took any damage at all. Alexi's lost a single point of health, and that's it. NAVI. What a way to shrug off that incredible round for m0NESY. You just instantly rush to B bomb site, you run them over, and now you're right back in the saddle. This is pretty sick.
You can just shake all those bad vibes off straight away, because you know everyone's going to be tilted as hell. Like, there was some disagreement in the comms. They couldn't work out which bomb side to go to. But when you win the follow-up round in such convincing manner, I guess all is forgiven. You just move on, especially when you've got the follow-up round against their force buy. You are going to be in a better position now as we see it enter the 5 versus 3. There is a slight complication. Hunter, with that CZ, will get nothing done, but the CTs are lying in wait. They actually had all of their manpower this side, but it's dealt with in true class, as Bits will get himself another quad kill here as he finds kill after kill. Has to be the full eco for G2 going forward, Anders. So this is where things could start to spiral for them.
And in kind of a rare fashion, it's actually the T side that's stealing the CT's rifles here, right? They got FAMAS and an M4 instead of the MP9s. Like, they're just switching it up.
So a bit of a gimme round coming up next. No need for Blade to really stress when the following up round, as we can see HooXi and co just discussing their options.
Well, speaking of getting back up again, there's something that Taz said yesterday, right? That's one of the things that they wanted to focus on is trying to get back up when you fall pretty quickly. And we saw them really energetic. They were shouting a lot yesterday, G2. That, like, the energy was super high. It's early days, but I want to see a return to that. I want to see that philosophy kind of last for more than one day, right? It's got to be a quick recovery here.
We've got to get warmed up, you know. Like, I know it's midday, but for gamers, this is like 6 a.m. So for me, it feels like it's 6 a.m. for me right now. We're all getting warmed up. Everyone's feeling their vibe. And I'm sure Taz will start bringing the heat as soon as they get on their feet here. Like we said, full eco, though. Not really much to speak of, apart from the flashbang for HooXi. Got himself that at the back of the pack. They're going to try and get some information. It's kind of deadly, actually. A lot of firepower. These 4 players, they can find an effective flash. I'm sure they could maybe get a kill or 2 as they set themselves up towards the bathrooms. Molotov down towards the divider itself. That will disallow the swing for now, but this flash depending on the timing, could work out for them. Here it goes. It's deployed. And they'll find nothing. So, nice idea about what you would expect for this sort of round, a single flash and try and find a couple of kills, but the stack has led them to nothing, as Na'Vi will be cracking open the B bomb site, planting the bomb and guaranteeing the round.
Yeah, I'm still happy with Flash, you know. It's a small, tiny investment. Why not do it? Maybe it works out. And this time, you know, I'm going to get that kind of reward. A bit actually overextending quite a bit. He's still going to be fine. He gets the triple. It's all good. But there was a chance that he could have got run down. Just a casualty. Look at the kills on the G2 side right now. They have almost nothing. I think they have like maybe 8 kills combined. That's a low amount to start with.
So, just for a bit of context here, ladies and gentlemen, as we mentioned a few times yesterday, this is a new format for Sprint Groups. So I just want to kind of lay out what's on the line in this particular game. This is a Group C upper bracket final. Now, winning this game doesn't guarantee you a place in the World Finals, but it does get you to the Group Final. So then whoever wins the group ends up getting one of our 6 slots. If you come second in the group, you get to fight it out with the other second places in the 4 groups for 2 more slots remaining. We make a new bracket at that stage. So, yeah, of course, you want to win this one, but it's not like elimination or qualification is on the line at this stage. But it's still a massive game, right? Like I said, this was the quarterfinal at Abu Dhabi. GT versus Na'Vi had absolutely everything there. Some amazing clutches, but not quite the same amount of tension in this particular matchup.
Yeah, you have a little bit of a leeway to maybe screw something up here. Obviously, I think if you're one of these 2 teams, you want the momentum boost as well from just carrying on over from yesterday, right? You've already won the first game, just keep it going. What a recovery from BIT individually, right? 11-2 right now. I think that's at 212 ADR for BIT. That's so disgusting. Yeah. Obviously, that can't really keep being the case, but wow,
Hunter.
The boost is cancelled.
He was so blind. And Hunter, it looked... How did he tell that? He only took 40 damage. Like,
I have no idea.
Did Hunter get blind as well? Because that was like an alley-oop for him. Like, he had 2 seconds to find that kill, and you get 40 damage, sorry.
It feels like he must have been blind.
If we're able to see it from his POV, yeah, was he blind as well? I don't know. Like, for a player of his standard, that's a bit of a gimme. 0-6 right now, Anders. So having a bit of a rough start out. Bear in mind, Overpass is the map G2 just don't play. Like, officially, Hunter's got little experience on it recently.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm not saying that's the reason he's not performing right now. Still early days, but we'll see if Nexa can recover this one. They're looking too strong right now. The Wolfpack mentality, all 5 players is creeping through the monster tunnel, looking for trades, and you've got no choice really but to save, unless Hooksy goes absolutely wild with the smoke spam here. That bomb going down pretty much guarantees the round. Na'Vi looking incredibly comfortable. It was a weird start to the round. Like I said, it was a nice little alley-oop. G2 with the perfect flash for JL. He was fully blind. Wildly spamming his Galil, he like dumped all 35 bullets and somehow got the kill after 2 seconds of spraying and then only took 40 damage. Just a very bizarre way to kick things off there, but we'll see if they can hold on to the AWP of Monacy especially, and the 2 rifles here for Hooksy and Nico. B-bomb side seems to be a bit of an issue. We've got Nexa and Hunter, the B-bomb side players, and there's 0-6 each.
That's definitely an issue.
Yeah, I think you don't have to be a rocket scientist to work out what the issue might be here on this side of the map. But if you can't kill anyone, yeah, that's going to be problematic. But they're trying to throw the novel ideas, the boosts, and yeah, I think that's just unfortunate. This is the moment to see how blind he was. There's so much time to kill. Can't believe his luck. And it will be JL with a double kill as well. Bear in mind, already tagged up, got Nexa on entry as well. He's loving it.
That's a classic.
And what's the response here? Maximum loss bonus into the next round. 5-1 down, though, CT side. Nico said they've been playing a lot in practice, but it's very difficult to translate that sort of form into officials. You need to get some reps on LAN.
Yeah, it is always going to feel different. I was going to say the most likely change would be to bring Monacy down to the B-bomb side and just try to sort of have him...
Well, against NIP, remember how mobile he was. Like, he was just everywhere, right? He was just transitioning every single round, being a real nuisance. This is an old school boost, Anders.
Yes, it is. Not used
Don't
often.
see it too often, do you?
Yeah, just rarely enough that people don't expect it. Oh, you can see the toes. This should be a kill. All right,
there we go.
I was getting
what's
real
going on
worried.
with these sprays on the boost, boys? Luckily, it's such a powerful boost, he's able to dump the mag again, but G2 finally with a man advantage. Got a 5 versus 4 here. Sub 1 minute on the clock. Still, though, plenty of time to operate with. NAVI can definitely still bring this round back. Majority of the utility is available. Rifles across the board here. Like we said, the B bomb site has been under a lot of scrutiny. Hunter, Nexa, yet to frag. As they deploy the smoke, the problem is Alexi B, he's coming for you. Doesn't matter though, Nexa finds his first. Imma with the trade, and they're going to commit it towards B. Oh, apparently not. Off they go.
Yeah, I thought they were going to definitely follow through on that one. It is a bit scary because it does give up a chance for someone to pick up the AK down there. If they leave it on the ground for too long, Nico showing up. Not bad. His 3rd kill of the map just now. And that's, yeah, kind of a sign of what's going on the G2 side here. Wonderful. He'll get a shot onto Hunter. Still not finding much luck at all. 0-7 on him. But with time running out, they're going to be able to pick up the round. Just NAVI not finding the right entry. Maybe going through the smoke, like you were suggesting, was kind of the play for them because they didn't have a lot of time to do anything else.
Exactly. Considering the time, that's pretty much all you could do. Bear in mind, we've had some communication issues for NAVI today. That second round, going back towards the A side, back towards B with 15 seconds. That shows you think they're winning right now, and they did manage to rush B and take it down with the Tech 9s, but there's certainly some issues here on both sides. But G2 posting their second round.
Yeah, it's needed. Still, the individuals not really feeling comfortable on the map yet, not getting the kills that you would really like. I think if you jump a second time there, Monacy just shoots you every single time. But Imma, somehow sensing the danger, deciding to fall back a little bit further. And it looks like they might end up with the B-bomb side once again. I think Alexi is just hanging out here, but the bombs drop quite far back, and they're taking control of connector, so we'll see if they're going to be allowed to do this.
Quite a cool setup. You've got Monacy patrolling the playground, allowing Nico just to really focus toward those T-steps position, but it's all getting a little bit complicated. But Monacy hits the all-important shot. Wonderful, and Imma respond in kind. It's going to be a 3 versus 2 with Nexa. Very low indeed. Still plenty of time on the clock. Monacy in no man's land, trying to get himself out of this sticky situation.
Yeah, he's got the right idea. He realizes,
no!
I can't believe it. He gets the shot on Imma regardless.
Yeah, so good, so nimble. That flashbang's the only way he comes out on top of that fight. He absolutely nails it. Monacy refuses to bow down, though. He'll still be holding that position, pushing in towards the playground. Another tricky boost. This time, Hunter nails the shot, finds his first frag of the game.
Yeah, and it's Jail again that dies. So just, probably getting a little bit sick of the boost now. He did beat them one time, but they've got the better of him since. Monacy's pretty much locked in most of the other side of the map. He can't know if someone's going for the connector, but with 20 seconds left, it's unlikely for anyone to be there anyway, so he's probably fine with it. Wonderful. Sneaking in. He can get a bomb plant, but the problem is they're going to be right on top of him. He really wants a kill before he even attempts it, and I think now the time's up for it, and they definitely know, and they have no reason not to hunt him down here. Yeah, if he goes for it, he runs out of time. And if he doesn't, they probably shoot him in the smoke, so there was no way to win.
Yeah, he's done very well there.
That's sick.
Keeps the modest, keeps the money low, and holds on to the AWP. Would it be nice to get the plant, of course, but there was no real way with them hunting him down. Bit of a hollow victory for G2 in the end, considering they had a nice advantage there. Wonderful makes things very expensive indeed, but tremendous work here from Monacy. Like we said, so agile. Always such a nuisance. Just when you think he's done for, he finds his way to wiggle out of danger. It was a nice offensive setup as well. Well handled from NAVI, good utility and response. They flashed them out of position, they made them uncomfortable, but the Monacy factor prevails. And we'll take our first tactical timeout for NAVI here. Blade, a rare smile on his face. It looks like he's pretty comfortable with the situation so far. This is the pick of NAVI, of course. There's Taz. Had his debut yesterday with G2. New coach against NIP. They got the 2-0. Pretty convincing win, but it's easy to get those wins, Anders, when Monacy's dropping like 50 kills in a series.
Must be an amazing feeling as a coach, standing behind saying, you know what, just keep doing more of that.
Let's go kill them all, kid.
Well, I'd be happy I was Blade 2, right? It's a 5-3. Remember the last time they played this map, they started out 0-5 and just got completely demolished at the start of it. And they still made their way back. It was tough, but they kind of managed to do it. So I think if I'm NAVI on the T side of Oberhaus, I probably feel okay about the game at the moment. Like you said, they did a lot of damage to the G2 economy in the previous round, so they know they have them still in a really awkward position. They're going to try and see if they can go hard and fast to the B bomb side once again, this time not with the Tech-9s, but it still will be the opening. Alexi, fantastic work to take down that player, and they do trade unfavorably here. It's a bit of a shame because they almost had the bomb side to themselves, but Nex are showing up just in time for the double kill.
Oh, yes, indeed. It's still plenty of the round left to be played, but it's going to be Nico trying to end it quickly. Painted into a corner, Wonderful trying to shut him down. Dotted the flashbang. Can't quite nail the no-scope, and it will be Nico with a lovely flank there. Even after the entry kills going in favor of Na'Vi. Good rotations. Nexter with a quick backstab towards Shaw. Nico coming in from Monster as well, actually denying the plant, and that's a very basic call from Na'Vi coming through. Just a 5-man B attack at the start of the round. You can see all the action kicking off at 1 minute 30, and nice work Nexter, managing to find multiple kills on the bomb site itself. Nico to close things down, and no bomb planted. And bear in mind that previous round was very close in terms of only having 2 players survive, so that would have been very detrimental to their finances if they gave that one up. It's now a 1-round game. G2 are officially on their feet as mid is under scrutiny once again. m0NESY not hyper-aggressive, but certainly present in towards the bathrooms.
Yeah, they've done some good damage to JL at the start of it. I don't know if that was a nade or some spam coming out, but either way, they've managed to tag him up just enough that it makes a difference. Yeah, he's feeling a bit uncomfortable, and he actually just has to straight exit that one. Can't stick around in case that they continue the spam or just dunk some more grenades on him. That's really slowed down Na'Vi. They're still under the restrooms. They might end up spending a lot of time here.
What's the next maneuver? Looks maybe to be a B execution. We've got the Molotov towards Shaw here. Trying to bait out some CT util. By the looks of things here, they've done well into getting one of the ultimate smokes deployed here at the B bomb site, but still a 5-on-5 for now. 45 seconds. Another smoke down. In terms of manpower, it's the 2 players we mentioned before, Nexa and Hunter. The latter at 109, still having a rough time in this beat up the map, but Nex is starting to find some form.
Yeah, defensive smoke going down. That's going to create a bit of a wall for them to play behind. It's Hunter with a good kill. His second off the map. He's going to keep it going. Oh my god, Hunter's having a great defensive play here with a double, but it's still 20 seconds left and a bomb plant to follow on through. Imma and Wonderful. They're not in great after-plant positions here, especially Wonderful with the AWP. You don't want to be stuck on the bomb side like this. But we'll see if he can make something off it anyway. Uncomfortable because you can tell. Flanking in from the one side is Nico, trying to see if he can close the gap. It's m0NESY up top. Nico might have to do a lot of the work here. m0NESY's already found one of them. Wonderful with a missed shot. And now Nico's made the run across, so he has to come back out. He gets the leg shot, but the bomb's being defused on the other side. Wonderful. He can't get the job done. Nico did come off the defuse, trying to help out, but I think they have enough time for it anyway. I think he's just able to bring it back. A master of managing the time is Nico, and it'll be the defuse at the end.
A little bit close, though, wasn't it? Like, I guess you just like, we're hearing the bombardment of bullets going in towards Heaven. He thought, this doesn't feel safe at all. It was unfortunate for Wonderful there. If he gets that kill with the Glock, he already did the hard work by legging him. Couldn't connect a single bullet with the pistol, though, and it does enable a close but secure round for G2 there. They're actually going to tie things up here. The bomb's planted. Might be time for another tactical timeout.
Yeah, that definitely got super sketchy. He's been playing, I mean, he's got 9 and 3 Wonderful. He's been playing a pretty good game. One Glock bullet.
He's looked great. And now we're starting to see all this mobile play from m0NESY. Different position every round. Always aggressive. And we'll see whether he can crack things open once again. This time, looking towards the connector. Gets the information, drops a nice grenade. Load of damage in towards Bits. Down to 31 points of health. That's his round pretty much nullified.
It's hard to do anything with that information. Yeah, you can call it out, say, yeah, there's a couple of people with HEs on the bomb side, but that's it. No real surprise there.
I like these protocols from G2. Like, getting the smoke down is one thing, but the fact they've got the protocol, they get the flashbang and make sure no one's sneaking through, that just secures it. Make sure it wasn't a wasted smoke and you don't get caught off guard. Back towards mid control we go. Na'Vi will have Wonderful patrolling the proximity of Long. And they've actually got a bit of a focus on this side of the map as well. m0NESY's rotated over in towards the A side, like the most powerful position for a sniper here on Overpass. And they'll be baiting in the big man himself, Nico. who's in a prime position here for this particular round to find multiple kills. If m0NESY just gets one and sets him up, it's going to be a massacre here.
The flash is pretty good, but...
There's the bomb.
There was a leg shot for m0NESY as well. He gets Immer in the meantime. So hard to break this down. There's only 25 seconds. The bomb is out on long on the AWP. Wonderful. I mean, I don't even know what to do at this point. How do you get back onto the bomb side?
Well, everyone's going to rotate over on the CT side, and you're dead on. With that bomb down in 15 seconds, you're probably not going for it, I would say, Anders. You're going to have to let this one go and yield to G2 as that perfect long setup. Well read. Sure, they managed to get a kill in return. Wonderful, hitting some absolute bangers today, but the round was already over. As soon as that C4 gets dropped in such a difficult position, it is going to be G2 capitalizing upon that mistake, and they'll be taking the lead. After a really interesting start to the game, they've managed to grind their way back into this one, courtesy of some heroics from NiKo and m0NESY. And yeah, the hype starting to slowly but surely shrink for NAVI here after a fantastic start on their T-side campaign. Starting to fall a little bit flat now. We'll see what kind of resources they've got for the final round here of the first half.
I think hitting the leg shot on Alexi jumping up is just like, that's such a layup for NiKo to just instantly get that kill. And then he got him towards the restroom. So just m0NESY, he's really in the groove now. You could tell hitting all of the shots, he's going to get this one as well.
Here we go.
Oh man, he's such a terror, isn't he? How do you play a map when you just know every single corner you turn? He could be there and you have so little time to do anything. You're just going to die instantly. I don't know how you solve that problem.
Well, remember, like, Bit had this amazing start to Overpass, Andy. So he was like, you said like 11-2 or something.
11-2, yeah.
Now he's 12-7. Like, since they started losing, there's been nothing but one-way traffic here. And now Hunter's starting to find some form as well. He's had a couple of decent kills on the B-bomb side. Now the boosts are working out for him. That's a huge frag there. That pretty much guarantees this round, and maybe the half as well. 7-5. Like, what a resurgence. They were 5-1 down. And to come back and just deny everything in the closing stages of the half completely changes things here on Overpass, a map they don't even play.
Staying alive, the grenade from Nexa. He's going to be good enough to get the kill onto Alexi, and m0NESY will close it out with a kill. It's so disgusting, isn't it?
It really is. What an amazing comeback there from G2. Their debut on Overpass finds them with a 7-5 lead. What's up, gamers? We are back with the second half here in Overpass between G2 and NAVI. The latter found themselves 5-1 up on the T-side campaign on their own map pick. Things were going swimmingly, Yanders, until we got a Counter-Strike masterclass from Monacy himself. Absolutely set the server ablaze, and here we are. They've now snatched the lead away, switching over to the T-side with a 7-5 lead, which is impressive, but still anyone's game. It's still wide open.
It's not the first time that we've seen Monacy change the course for his team, but my God, it's always impressive when you see it right in front of your eyes, and he's up there 11-3 right now. Once he got that AWP picked up, it was lights out at that point for NAVI. We'll see if they can make it a little bit better here in the second half. They're on the CT side. They should be favored, so I don't think they're too stressed right now, but obviously it is shocking running into a force like Monacy.
Well, speaking of which, he's got that deadly P250. Look at the utility as well. So he's got Molotov, smoke, flash, P250. This could be a full A execution. It's raining grenades, Anders, as the kills start to come through. Jump from Nico. Had he stayed on the ground, I think that was guaranteed to be his. Couldn't recover the shot in time, and Immer gets himself a hat-trick. Solid defense. It was looking so promising as Hooksy struggles to get the bomb down here. He needs the plant, trying to bait them out, and they've got themselves a winnable situation, but it's certainly not favored.
It's very tricky, especially now for Monacy. 1 versus 4. Good. Oh, actually, it's a team kill for Ben, so fair enough. But either way, Emma doing most of the work. He was flashed, especially on that second right. He was so blind. So maybe you're right. If Nico doesn't jump, maybe he just has the kill straight up. But,
yeah, I guess he was trying to avert the crosshair and trying to make it more of a difficult kill. But if he just swung wide and took him down, I think that was a bit of a freebie for him. It's really unfortunate. That's the moment there. You can see he actually stops the airstrafe mid-air, trying to land and get the shot off. But might have been better just spamming mid-air and trying to just try his luck. But unfortunately, for G2, it will be NAVI now picking up both pistols. This time courtesy of Immo, who gets himself a nice hat-trick. Taz knows that that's an important moment in this game. The comeback is certainly on here, and they need to make the difficult decision. Are they going to be force buying in their second round at this point? They did get the bomb planted, and it does suggest to bring out the AK-47s, but time will tell. Hooksy is going to discuss the options, and we'll see what they bring to the party. They could either bring out maybe a couple of AKs and SMGs or Galils across the board, and light utility. So I guess that's what they're discussing. A very important second round here in the second half. And it's conservative so far, Anders. We have got the Galils coming out eventually in the hands of Hunter and Nico. And there it is. So Hooksy and next. That's why they've taken that sort of long discussion, because it's going to be an execution. They've sacrificed some firepower for these grenades. But the Tech-9 still a deadly weapon, of course, and aggression. At least hunting for a bit of intel towards Fountain right now.
And NAVI themselves showed how good the Tech-9 actually can be. They're rushing the B-bomb side like they did in the second round, which is really impressive. But no rushing coming out right now for G2. They're playing a little bit more slowly. I like this from Imma, but there is always the danger you can get flashed. Some pretty brutal flashbangs can land over this wall, so you got to be careful.
The fact now he's given his position up, he's in a lot of trouble. He had the advantage, he had the element of surprise going in his favor, but now they've got him pinned, contained within the playground here. He needs to try and find a way out if possible. They're trying to isolate fights, but it's not working out. It will be NAVI with 2 opening frags. Nexa will pull one back, but it takes a lot of damage on routes.
Yeah, they still have to worry about Imma, so they're kind of spending a lot of resources and time here trying to get rid of another flashbang to set it up, but he's actually kind of immune from that one, and he does get the dink on Hunter, so even if it's a fair trade, look at the health that's left on G2 here, and it's cost them so much time.
And the fact they've got like SMGs remaining, an MP9 and MP7 as well. This is the perfect weaponry to close this round out if you're NAVI. Still a danger of losing this one, of course, like the brutal aim we know G2 possesses. Like, they can find some one-taps here, you never know, but they've got an M4 and a Khalil. Difficult to find those one-taps against players with 100 HP.
Yeah, it definitely is. 20 seconds.
Should be no chance.
They really should be. If they get bit instantly, maybe. But I think other than that, if he just lives on this one, he's going to be fine. He even gets a kill. Even better. Nice headshot for Hunter.
God.
10 seconds. Bomb plant. I still don't think it's going to happen. Hard. Oh my God. They actually clear it out. I really can't believe it. Bomb surely getting planted. No, they slowed it down. No. Why? The bomb is all the way out there.
They couldn't recover it. So they did very well to get those kills. It was looking promising. This didn't have the C4 in their grasp, and it all goes horribly wrong. Like we said, it was almost impossible for them to win that round. The fact they actually had the man advantage towards the end of it, pretty unbelievable scenes here, but Nice aggression from the CTs. Immo is a real nuisance for them. I think he only gets 1 kill, but still the fact he did so much damage, dinged absolutely everyone. And you can see the MP7 closing things out. A close round. If they got the bomb planted, I dare say they'd buy again, and they're going to do it regardless, Anders. They're still going to buy here, knowing that they are on the precipice of destroying the finances of NAVI. We're all tied up at 7-7. We've got a B rush to deal with.
6 flashbangs and a 6 smoke to get them all the way out of the tunnel here, but the spray, it's great. Bit back in action. 3 kills for him with the FAMAS. It is a rarity seeing those kind of multi-kills with the FAMAS especially, but that was very nicely done. I was going to say the setup otherwise for G2 was really great. They kind of extend the smoke coming out of the tunnel so that they can run and flash their way through that one. A little bit sketchy running through the smoke like that, but obviously if the enemies are flashed, it doesn't really matter. You're going to be fine with it. Nico and Modesty left 2 versus 3. And Nico, got to be careful not giving away the sound cue. I don't think they know exactly where he is at the moment. And to be honest, if he gets a kill right now over towards the bank, then they can get up and get the bomb planted. But that's not going to happen any longer, unfortunately. It was on Modesty.
Yeah, this was a bit of a risk to force by once again, one that has not paid off. It's going to be Na'Vi taking an 8-7 lead unless Nico does the unthinkable here. He's got the Desert Eagle. That's been known to be pretty handy with this particular pistol. Making his way towards Heaven. If the timing works in his favor, maybe there's a chance of the kill and wonderful, but I think he's tucked himself away at the sandbags. Players towards short, just surrounding that bomb. Sound cues coming through now, and they can coordinate themselves accordingly.
Yeah. He's got about 20 seconds to just try and fight it out here, get the loss bonus in there. Not really worth doing anything else. Couple of shots, and ultimately it'll be the MP9 to pick him up, so good start here, the second half. I think Na'Vi are going to be quite happy, especially because they lost so many players in the previous round, so kind of trying to make up for it now and defeating the Force Buy.
Well, like we said, they were up 5-1 in that first half. This puts them at 3-0 in the second. So, yeah, they should be converting this game. It's their map pick. They've had some great individual moments. Bit starting to find some form once again. He went a little bit quiet towards the end of that first half, and now currently sat at 16-8. Let's see if he can continue it here. For now, though, has to be the eco. With the loss bonus, some partial investment. I wouldn't call it necessarily a partial buy. Some Kevlar on a few players, some Desert Eagles. Not much utility, trying to keep the money around that $2,000 mark. Hunter with the Tech 9. He has got Kevlar to note. And we'll see if there's anything that can be done here. Incredibly difficult round, but players like Modesty always seem to find something in these sort of scenarios.
Yeah, you could see him really trying everything, like a little bit of a spam for the smoke, maybe a wall bang. I mean, sometimes you just have to give it a shot, see what happens. Kind of an important round either way here for Na'Vi. They need the money to keep flowing. G2 are going to be back on their feet pretty soon in terms of the cash, so can't really afford to drop too many players in a round like this. They should be winning it. Not worth taking a fight with the deagle at range. You know it's out there. Dangerous stuff for Imma, but he's handling it quite well.
Yeah, he's playing well right now. No doubt about that. Not out of the woods just yet, but it is looking quite nice for them. 30 seconds remaining. The Modesty headshot, like I said, you give him an inch, he'll take a mile. Still a dangerous situation for them. One more frag will level out the playing field. Can they find it? Of course he can. The young gun delivers yet another headshot here. The bomb is down, though, once again. Anders are going to have to scramble all the way towards long as Modesty's on for the ace right now. Finally shut down, but is that going to be enough? Maybe not. 5 seconds remaining, and it's just Nexa, and they're going to kill him after time, I think. They don't want to find this frag until the clock reads 0. It's a little bit too close, you know, but in fact, he saves this M4. It's actually not a big deal that he survives the clock because he's still got Kevlar, he's got a rifle, and he'll have enough to buy grenades. So they've actually done very well there. Sure, they don't win the round, but Modesty gets 3 ridiculous kills of the Desert Eagle there. And if they had the bomb, who knows what they could have done with it.
Once again, it's not even anybody's fault, just like in the previous round, right? It just happened. The bomb dropped a little bit further away. If they would have had it, they could have put so much pressure on Na'Vi. Modesty probably doesn't even have to continue the fight, right? He can just stay alive if they can plant the bomb, but wow. That is such an expensive round for Na'Vi. They win it, and that's great, but my God, it's costing them so much. Look at the cash that's left. they've got $700 across the entire team on NAVI.
Yeah, good point. Might not have won the round, but certainly made things a lot more complicated for the CTs here. A rare miss from m0NESY, an opportunity to find JL the star. He's thanking his lucky stars that he didn't actually even get tagged in that encounter. But it all comes to a bit of a standstill for now. JL now boosted up, looking towards a connector as the T side rotates back and towards the A side of the map here. They're going to be clearing out the playground and maybe a focus towards long here. Get an A split set up. m0NESY will be the one given the responsibility of clearing out long. It is clear for now. CT's focusing on towards the bathrooms in the mid area. Deploying some utility, will have to check long eventually. But for now, they've got about 20 seconds before it becomes a problem.
Leaving the AWP out on long like this is definitely an interesting switch up. I suppose it could really sell it, but if he doesn't see anyone, right? He's not running into anyone, so right now he's selling nothing at all.
30 seconds, so what's the big play here? m0NESY's just going to have to run up and hope for the best here. So he's just going to try and sell somewhat of a fake, I suppose, Anders.
Yeah.
But they've been rumbled here. It's Nexa pulling one back, but 20 seconds, low HP. They'll trade blows 3-on-3, but bear in mind, m0NESY's been dropped en route. The bomb, once again, it's going to be difficult to get this one planted. They'll give it their best shot with 10 seconds remaining.
Nice little jump from Alexi. He's in such a great position. What a move from him. Just the jump alone, putting him in a position you could hear that bomb being planted right on the other side, and a nice couple of shots coming out from Wonderful as well. This is huge. Again, they would have been forced to save right away if they would have lost this round, but they can keep it going, NAVI, and again, they're kind of getting close to winning the map right now. So even if it's sketchy and they don't have a lot of money, who cares if they keep winning the rounds?
Yeah, it's absolutely true. Well read. JL very active this round. Hunting for information, spotted multiple players towards Monster, gets the boost going to spot them in towards Connector, and then the lovely Incendiary to deny access towards Shore with a swing behind it, finds the kill, and then m0NESY's fake, as it were, didn't really do much for them. They didn't have enough time to really sink his teeth in towards the A side and cause a bit of a ruckus.
Yeah.
Wonderful took him down, and that's a significant round for NAVI to pick up. They are now at double digits. It's NAVI who have got a clean sheet once again. They were up 5-1 in the first half, now up 5-0 in the second.
I think for that to work, m0NESY has to get a kill on long, right? And that's it's putting a lot of weight in on the entire round, just saying, hopefully you get a kill.
Yeah.
Because you can see, even when they found him and he missed a shot out there, they don't even rotate out of the B-bomb side. They actually went and flashed their way in, NAVI, which is really cool. That's some great sort of proactive defense. You actually go look for the information at the L-bend, and they spotted a couple of people already, so they kind of knew what was coming. It was a really well-played round. I've got to say, on the calling front, Alexi's had a lot of really good decision-making throughout this game so far.
Couple of questionable moments as well, but
that's happened, yeah.
All part of the fun. And for now, what have we got here? A mishmash setup. We've got a single AK-47 for m0NESY. He's got the hot hand right now. Understandable. He wants to be the hero. They kind of need one right now as well. They have got a partial buy behind this with Tech-9s, Kevlar, and very basic utility, but it's down to m0NESY once again to try and crack the side open if possible. His teammates residing outside the monster tunnel. Once they get the cue to initiate the attack, they'll swarm the bomb site here, but it all comes down to this first contact. Can m0NESY get anything? He absolutely can. Another stunning headshot is delivered.
So crisp, isn't he? Very hard to stop. This is the FAMAS, and it's not going to be quite enough, m0NESY. One more kill will take down Alexi. He was tagged up from earlier already. And they're going to firebomb this out, make absolutely sure that there's no one challenging him in this one. So, very clean. And like you said, just throwing m0NESY in there. Just send him in to kill people.
He is the hero that G2 needs right now. A double kill on entry, crispy headshots as well. Not a one-trick pony by any stretch of the imagination. He get it done with all disciplines of Counter-Strike, this time with the AK-47. It's the first round for G2 as well. And we do know these previous rounds, and has been very close. Look at the cash. Even after this win streak, this is a full reset now. They get $1,400 going forward. If HooXi can get this kill, it will be significant. That would have been a massive scalp to take. Wonderful's AWP could save the day going forward here. And they'll hold on to an AK-47 as well. So the fact they have this strong weaponry into the next round. Doesn't necessarily nullify their efforts here, but definitely makes things more complicated. If they got that kill on Wonderful, that'd be such a huge deal. But now they'll still have to deal with him, and you know he's going to have to be a little bit more proactive now. The money is broken on the Na'Vi side. They'll have the AWP, and I'm sure he'll be going for an opening pick.
Nice. I can drop your kill, yeah.
All right,
Okay.
so he's going to have the AWP back.
Sneak peek. So yeah, full investment. Like I said, $1,400 in terms of loss bonus, aka the bottom of the barrel. And they'll give it everything they've got. It's not a bad buy, all things considered, with the AWP and the AK-47. Oh, good Lord, Monacy, how has he hit that? How has he got the presence of mind to know that gap exists and to utilize it? Like, he's ready for that. He's ready. I don't know how. Like,
It's so bizarre, isn't it? Because after watching Counter-Strike, I think you and I combined for like, you know, probably like 40 years or something like that. And it's, you still see something like that, you think, my God,
It
like,
wasn't
what's
even,
happening?
It wasn't even a wall bang. He utilized that slither of the gap. Like, he's aware of that gap. And actually, it pays off. That's unreal. Huge opening frag, but that's one rifle dealt with. That was the AK-47 of Imma. Can he keep it going, though? Monacy, the one-man army right now. 18-7. Another fantastic performance. He got 50-plus kills yesterday against NIP. And we'll see if he can continue to dominate. Good smoke, though, from Na'Vi. Does make things uncomfortable. He's going to deal with that with a grenade. See if there's anyone behind it.
Next, they're picking up the bomb. Good to see them. Don't want to be losing that again. They run into Wonderful. Again, we've been talking a lot about Monacy.
The nade.
Well, he couldn't escape. What a shame. He's got 16 kills. He's actually been hitting really good shots, but obviously they take it away from him, leaving not really much left. 19 seconds on the clock as well. It's actually the MP9 that steps it up. They get the kill. Monacy will pick up another one. And that's the A-bomb site wiped out for the defense. But you look at the clock. I mean, it's not that much time left here. JL with the FAMAS to save.
Ooh.
Oh, man.
All they had to do was win this round and take down the majority of their players. Ideally, the AWP of Wonderful, because now, again, I know we bang on about the money a lot around here, but it's $1,900 on top of zero.
Yeah.
So that was the really difficult round, but now this comeback is on. 5-0 into 5-2. JL, nothing to do but save a FAMAS here. He's got a smoke Kevlar diffuse kit. It's a nice bit of utility to go with it, but overall, has to be the full eco for Na'Vi going forward. It's going to be 10-9 and presumably 10-10.
Yeah, it's been coming for a while. G2 been chipping away at the economy, keeping it low on the Na'Vi side, and this is the reward. And I'm sure that that's a conversation they've had in between the rounds as well. So like keeping the focus and saying, you know what, we lost the round, but we got almost all the kills, right? So as long as you can keep doing that, you kind of keep the morale alive, I would say. This, from his point of view, the jump around.
Just like, he's just waiting for him to like, I know what you're going to do. Just give me the kill now. Just run into this little gap I've created for you. I'll hit the shot and we'll move on with the round. It's just unreal. Like a real prodigy of the game.
Absolutely. For Monacy, from being a name you'd never heard about to just being an absolute superstar, the ramp was so short for him, which is it's just so hard to believe, isn't it?
Well, like we said, it's a full eco, and that FAMAS I don't think will have much impact here. The bomb's already planted. Nice call. Straight up, getting the B-bomb site, all 5 players. Get the job done, and as we mentioned, it's going to be 10-10. Right back into this one with 3 rounds in a row. Difficult starts in either half, and they are going to send the MAC-10 in for the hunt, which I don't mind at all. Let's farm some cash. The money low, though, like the MAC-10 might be quite handy going into that next round, like, considering there's going to be the helmet sacrifice first, probably.
Yeah.
Better off just holding on to the MAC-10. We'll see what he can find, though. Going to try and find some juicy kills in the backstab. They're going to try and make things uncomfortable. There's next up, making his presence known. The boost works out for him. Oh, that was the prime target, though. You can find JL with the rifle. That would have been excellent. We'll see if the bomb blast takes anyone down. Yeah, that's a bit messy. 2 players going down with the blast. I had a feeling it wasn't going to be that clean cut, so that's actually quite an expensive round for G2. They know it as well.
I wonder if they were pushing in at the end there, Navi, because JL still had a diffuse kit. I wonder if they could have thought maybe G2 will make a mistake. It's not a common map for them. Maybe they're running away.
It would be a very G2 round, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
If they all just run away hunting and the bomb gets defused, that actually is the G2 way.
Yeah, they were banking on it.
Yeah, actually not a bad shout. We've only added like a couple of G2 rounds last year. So it'd be nice to get one early.
Get it out the way, so
Get out
to
the
speak,
way.
you know?
Get out the way in January.
Don't leave it for the major.
Yeah, yeah. Let's do it now. Let's learn that lesson early on.
Okay, tactical timeout called. It's Blade on the microphone, getting a chance to, find a way to close this out. That's what you're thinking if you're NAVI, right? Like we're really close to doing this. Let's get it done. Get it over the finish line here. It'd be a weird experience for NAVI losing this map to a team that doesn't really play it. Even if they've been practicing, you've got to think, oh man, that shouldn't be happening. We should be winning this one every single time. But it's tied up. It's 10-10. And like you said, Helmet's the first team to go.
And actually, it was Alexi B in their last outing on Inferno. This matchup, G2 NAVI, where he got the 1v4 full defuse. That was the last G2 round we saw on Inferno.
Okay, great.
That was at World Finals. So yeah, there's always something about this matchup that seems to deliver in terms of the hype. That's an electrifying headshot from Hooksy as well. Finds the boosted player. The aforementioned Alexi B. In-game leaders locking horns, and Hooksy comes out on top. And JL to pick up the pieces here. Bear in mind he saved that Famous from the previous round. His money's not too bad. Nico, though, has got his number. And that's a clean frag. Doesn't take any damage for his troubles whatsoever. 5 versus 3. This one's starting to spiral once again. Bear in mind, they were up 5-1 in the first half and ended up losing 7-5. Again, they were up 5-0 here in the second. And now it's 5-4. We are all tied up. It's a 5 versus 3 right now. And in terms of CT utility overall, they've got a couple of HEs and a flash. One incendiary, no diffuse skip. Someone needs to step up, and they're going to have to just go with the gamble stack. We'll see if it works out for them.
I can respect this. I think actually a really sensible call. Having one person defend the 8 bombs against 5 people that are coming in just doesn't make any sense. So it sucks because it probably means you're going to have to save out the round and just kind of ignore it. But at the end of the day, for the longevity of the match here, it's probably better to do it this way. Good to see Hooksy get a kill. Not too exciting for him today, but yesterday he was really on fire. He had some stunning, double and triple kills. Like, it was really sick.
Yeah, it seems like the whole team's enjoying themselves there right now. There's new look G2. Bear in mind, JKS taken out of the roster, bringing in Nexa. Not necessarily an upgrade in firepower or even roles, I think. Maybe just in general vibe and team chemistry, I suppose.
Yeah. I'm sure it's a massive luxury for Hooksy to have somebody to always be able to get an opinion, chime in, say, is there anything we've been missing? That's got to be such a luxury.
Yeah, I guess you're right. That does make a lot of sense. It definitely was questionable when it first came in. Are you bringing in Nexa when you got Hooksy here? But it seems to be working out quite nicely so far here at Spring Groups 2024. Nico's feeling himself as he picks up yet another couple of frags.
So worth it.
Finishing, with a hat trick. They know exactly what Wonderful is. Good flashbang, should be dealt with in due course. Hunter guarantees it, and this is where G2 take the lead now. Bear in mind on their opponent's pick here. G2 don't even play overpass if you're just joining us. Monacy certainly does. He's having a field day out there, showing them how it's done. We're calling a timeout on the Na'Vi side of things.
They need that because it's slipped out of their hands. It's 11-10 now.
I think they just messed that boost up. You don't have to be that exposed. You don't have to be in the air. I think they just...
Well, especially now because the back pillar there has been extended, right? You can actually boost in safety of the pillar now and walk out. You don't have to do that at all.
They just fumbled the boost. You could see Alexi B. I'm not sure if it was his fault or his partner's, but yeah, that was so much hang time. Hooksy was just given a free kill. So, tactical timeout. This one, considering the starts they had, the huge scorelines, that luxury of 10 rounds up essentially on either side of the halves. If they were to lose this one, I'm not sure they recover because G2, sure, they've lost the pistols in the follow-up rounds, but they've looked like the better team overall, I have to say.
Yeah, they have. They really have. Bit was carrying for a bit, he was 11-2. We keep bringing it up. Now he's 19-30. He's playing well. It's a good game for him.
He's
Wonderful.
These moments of heat, and then he kind of simmers down a little bit, but for now, he'll have to do something outrageous if they're going to stand a chance here. Pretty much full eco-anders. Though, like we said, JL had residual cash from that saved Famous, so he'll go for the Hero M4. It's not quite as potent as a Hero AK, but certainly still can work. They'll nade off the door. You can see he's being very active as we come to the dying stages here at the first map. What a map it's been. It's Inferno coming up next. Picked by G2, of course. Hello. Sit down.
Hello and good night, all in the same go. 4 versus 5 to begin with, and was going to say for a while that they were all 5 of them grouped up for G2, which is great if you're fighting the one M4 against JL. Not that they know that he really has it. I don't think they realize, but even if they were to run into him, it's kind of hard for JL to win a fight against every single one. Like, it's better for him if they are slowly trickling onto a site and trying to sort of go slowly at it, but it's a very team-oriented round coming out from G2. And I like this Nexa holding the back line. It's such an easy way to lose a round if somebody sneaks up behind. So there we go, just making sure.
He's got his player in T-spawn behind him, though. So he probably goes down here. Or does he, Anders?
Timing is everything.
Yeah, he just has the spidey sense tingling, checks the playground, and there he is. It's Bits, unfortunately, left in a 4 versus 1. This is map point.
It is. They're getting there.
What happened?
And that, I mean, I think you mentioned it, like NAVI doing a great job in winning the pistol rounds.
Yeah.
But outside of that, like they've definitely struggled. And part of it is also just, I think, running headfirst into m0NESY over and over again. Like that was painful even in the first half. I don't know how. Nobody knows how to deal with this. The problem. How do you stop him?
I guess it's a good point. And now they've got 2 opportunities to close this one out. Bear in mind, though, NAVI against Complexity yesterday were down 12-10 on this very map, and they recovered the game by winning 2 5-on-3s against them twice. So they're used to this. They did this yesterday. They can still take it to overtime. They won that overtime as well. Like the analyst said, though, that wasn't a case of NAVI winning the game. It felt like that was a case of Complexity losing it.
Yeah.
I don't want to use the word throw, but yeah, 2 5-on-3s that a Liege built for them. And then they can't convert it for the map when you're going to lose a series. Like,
that wasn't
a good look. But NAVI, if they can pull it off again, I'll be very impressed. They take the eco in the previous. They need 2 in a row here to take us to overtime. On the CT side, more than possible.
It definitely is a lot of money on G2, so both rounds, regardless, are going to be heavy investments. But let's see what they've got, NAVI. Great time to show some strength and kind of show the world as well, maybe that you're not just going to get pushed out here, that you can summon a little bit.
Well, they're doing it the phase way right now. You go down 0-5.
Yes.
You have to grind all the way back into it, but you end up winning.
That is true.
It's the phase approach to CS2. It's very effective. Keeps things exciting.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, from a viewership point of view, it's lovely. m0NESY obviously not committing to the jump there, but he's again out on long alone. They tried this last time where they were very low on time. I think last time they were here, they had about 30 seconds left. This time it's a lot earlier. So, and look at this aggressive push from the CTs. They are actually getting kind of flanked by the T forces. This is a really, really wacky round, and this is going to be down to timing. Imma could win the whole round if he goes towards T-spawn, but he's not. He's clearing out towards the playground instead. m0NESY burned, and he can hear that on the other side. Alexi, good kill, but they should go. This is surely their time to go.
This is the strategy that was building up before. The idea, m0NESY gets a frag, hopefully, then everyone pounces on the B bomb site. It's gone horribly wrong once again. He runs through the flames. It's a free frag for Alexi B, but can Bit hold on. He's had a good showing so far. Can't quite convert the double kill. A lot of damage inflicted, though. Flanks coming in from the back, surely no chance here for G2. Time is of the essence, 10 seconds to be exact. They'll scramble for the bomb plant, but HooXi's too low. Doesn't work out once again. This strategy needs a little bit of refinement. I can see what they're trying to do with it, like send m0NESY in, get him some long space, and still good work from Nexa there to make things expensive. But yeah, that's twice now we've attempted it, and it seems that the idea is m0NESY will just creep in with the AWP. If he gets the kill, amazing, you probably win the round. You'll force a rotation for B, but twice now he's gone down pretty comfortably for NAVI, and then they have to limp in towards the B site, and no one's rotated.
And I'm not even sure if they could have gone right away. I think when m0NESY dies, I actually think there's a Molotov down from the CT side towards the exit of Monster Tunnel. So maybe they couldn't even go for it. But the fact that they have to wait is devastating, right? That, like, even the element of surprise is kind of gone at that point in time. Well, here we go. NAVI, once again, fighting for overtime, just like they were against Complexity. We'll see if they can do it. They've won one of the rounds. They need this next one, too. And G2, they have tons of money. They're going to be able to get whatever they want in this one. So that's not going to be the issue. NAVI, could they do it again?
HooXi, what have you got for us? Not much. Imma with the perfect lineup here. It's a 5 versus 3, but that doesn't mean the round is locked in by any stretch of the imagination. He's still got m0NESY, Nico alive. Sort of players that can recover these sort of desperate situations.
Oh, Imma, though, flashed in. He saw, I think, maybe even both of them. That's quite a bit of information to work with if he did. And wonderful. Don't want to overextend. Again, complexity, we're in this position and kind of kept giving up these 5 versus 3s, so don't be that team Navi here. There's a little bit of a sneak in, and it's Nico. Find the shot onto Wonderful. That's a good start.
It's kind of gutting, though. He got dinked in the processes. Now he can't be as aggressive as he'd like. He'd like to find a bit more space from that opening pick, but the round is back on. 35 seconds here. Smoke getting set up. Molotov, either for the dice box or the truck itself. Oh, it's a great incendiary, great response, and that's going to be the round. I think that guarantees overtime. Next had no choice but to push behind it.
Yeah. Yeah, the bomb there on the back of Modesty. I don't even know how I got to the shot, but it shouldn't make a difference here. Nico in a 1 versus 3 with only 17 seconds as he gets the first kill. Trying to run up there, but if they just stay back, he can't do anything, right? The only way he wins this round is if they go and fight him.
They just have to sacrifice one player on the plant. That's all they have to do. Oh my God, Anders. Okay, he can't plant. If the second player had been there, like I said, they played it correctly, sacrificed one player, denied the plan, job done. But if some reason 2 were there, he probably wins it. But there we go. It is going to be a 12-10 recovery there from Na'Vi. We do go to overtime, and it's all reset. But I think, considering the way things kicked off on either side of the equation here, the fact that we're down 5-1, then 5-0, I think G2 are fine with the fact it's going overtime. No pistol rounds to worry about now. It's all gun rounds from here on out.
True.
As, there's a double kill from Imma, just what the doctor ordered. Nico, if he doesn't get dinked in that situation, I dare say they probably win the round. So it's a very valuable tag from Alexi B. 12-12 are all reset.
Yeah, quietly been a pretty great game for Imma as well. He's one of the big question marks. A lot of people pointing fingers towards him, so want to see more of it. And he nearly got the double spray down there. But more importantly, it's a trade, but he got rid of Monacy. That has to count for something.
Certainly does, but a 4-on-4, especially on overpass, favors the T side and then some. You stretch very thin on the CT forces, but not a problem for Bits. Hooksy with the trade, and now JL isolated, alone on this B bomb site. Great smoke, though, to buy him a bit of space and time. Call for a rotation here. 1 minute 10 kind of resets the round as they make their way back in towards T-Sport.
Yeah, plenty of time here to walk across the map. Try and see if they can find another avenue to attack. They kind of soured on the monster tunnel. They didn't really want to hang out there any longer. Wonderful. At the A-bomb side with Alexi kind of rotating back and forth. He can do whatever he wants. Looks like he's going to be joining Wonderful up at the site, which at the moment seems like the absolute correct call. They're actually going to move forward a little bit. I think Alexi wants to see if he can find some information here. Jump in the past. They're going to live through. It's not Monacy, but it's Nico with the AWP. In the back line. Grenade right on top. That's devastating before they even set up for it here. 3 versus 3, yes, but a missed shot for Alexi. Do they know that he's here now?
I don't think so, because he had the silence M4, right? That's the benefit of this particular weapon. You can get away with those sort of plays. The Orb trying to deny the plant, but unable to do so. Wonderful finally gets